Good day, everyone. Welcome to Auntie D TV. To all my subscribers, you are so special. To all my returning viewers, and my returning subscribers, those who were here and went away, and returning viewers. I'm so happy. And my regular viewers, please come on board. Come on board on Auntie D TV so you can share and enjoy and we can comment on whatever we have to do that we have to discuss. No, I'm telling you that in a few days, I am still far away from my 1,000 subscribers. But in a few days, I'll be doing a little live here and there, to assist because YouTube works with the algorithm and the watch time in hours is 4,000 hours. So I have to work on getting 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours in to YouTube. And the algorithm is like that. That's YouTube's guidelines. So we have to do just that. And therefore, when you're watching the video, please, I try to make the video friendly. I try not to have anything that will upset anybody, but I try to be real and be honest. And the algorithm also go towards the watch hours. You see, they look at everything. So if you spend a fraction of a minute, it shows, right? I know you will not have 100% of time every time, but if you see a little 50% and a 40% and a 60% here and there, will adds up, right? So don't say that Auntie D is pushing you to sit around the YouTube for a whole hour. I don't do hour video, right? I try not to even go to 10 to 15 minutes. I rarely pass 15. Really. Must be something very special, but I've never yet passed 15. I don't think I've ever done a 20 minute. I think I've done so like when I'm cooking, when I try to show you guys. However, today we are going to be looking at fires. The theme, fire, fire, fire. Fire burning, burning. I want to look at the fires in Jamaica. Now, I've seen online where, there are always fires around us. And I'm going to look at another fire in another video. That's the one in California. But today, I'm going to be looking at the one in Jamaica, where I've seen in the online newspaper and in the watching the television too, TVJ, and elsewhere, that one child was burnt. She went home with her grandmother and they were there, but I don't know what happened. The grandmother came out and she was forgotten inside or something. She was 5 years old. She burnt to death. And the other three now, a few days after in another parish, they also, three children, I think they were 7-year-old, 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. They were burnt beyond, So it's so sad. And the grandmother was able to escape with one. Now, when I look at whatever the situation is that would have caused a fire, if you're asleep, it's difficult. When you realize what is happening, it's already overwhelming. But what I would like to share today about fires. Fire is not anything that we should play with, but children, growing up as a child, we like, even when it was Christmas time, we like to hold the starlight that flickers. It's pretty. But fire is dangerous. And we have to be preaching it to the children, telling them, and even some parents too. They have to be told, because some parents may smoke and the thing may, not drop into the ashtray properly. There are many ways. You can be cooking and you fall asleep, thinking that you didn't really plan to fall asleep, but you fell asleep. And, the stove there again. And you can have children playing around. But what we have to do, we have to focus on the safety. There are homes also that are grilled. And when you are in and it's grilled, nobody knows where the keys are because everybody panic, And worse if one person cannot find and everybody don't remember where the key was. So I look at grilled homes too that can help you to, become unalive. Now, we put up grills for safety, for unwanted intruders. But there are times they help to cause us pain. No, when I look at these children who are left with their grandparents, whatever their reasons are, I don't know their financial reasons, but sometimes they maybe cannot afford to pay a sitter or a nanny to look after their child or children. So the grandparents oftentimes would help out. No, there are times when I look at it keenly, uh, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I want to be real. We have to work. We want to work. We have to go somewhere. We need to have somebody to pay attention to children because children can't be left alone. But when you look at grandparents, the term grandparents now are not very old. Like in my time, my grandmother, I remember her when she was 90 something. Now, parents hardly live to 90 something, much more grandparents. So you have young grandparents. However, grandparents to me are tired. They are tired. And they would have done their time looking after their children. Therefore, the energy they would have now to go looking about other children that are younger. They are tired. They are not able to go so quickly. And the younger children now, in their time now, as grandchildren, they are smarter. They are smarter. And they know when you are not able to do certain things. They know when you have pains. Because some grandparents have pains. Some have arthritis, some have hypertension, some have heart condition, different conditions. You understand? So there are times when these grandparents, when they put down their head to sleep at night after a hard day's work, nothing they do here around them. All they know is to sleep. And they get up the next morning and the cycle starts again. Whereas there are times when we do have to try and wake up when we have children around us sleeping. Even if they are sleeping, we need to get up and check. Somebody could have fallen ill in the night, So we have to take serious attention towards children when we are at a certain age. And as you know, we have young persons being mothers, and the knowledge that you'd expect them to have, they don't have it because going out today, nothing happened. Going out tomorrow, nothing happened. But when I heard and saw in the news where this fire happened 2 a.m., most persons are asleep, especially children at that time, but there are times somebody will wake up. And whatever the conditions were for those children that perished in the fire would have been sad because of those three, they were not able to nobody was able to get them out. So they lost their lives. They became unalive. So I think going forward, what should be done is there should be some regular trainings, whether it is within the church, in the community, and I think community groups, community meetings should be effective because I remember in my time, which is not very long ago, usually have community meetings or youth club meetings in communities, and that's where you would get the different service people. You get the police, you get the firemen, you get the nurse, the public health inspectors, you get all those persons. You get teachers, persons who aren't able to read. You get teachers to come in at a certain time to help them. There were days when they had the Jamal. Well, in community groups now, I don't know if people still pay attention because I realize now that you don't have much community groups, but there's a way wherein persons can get knowledge. They can get knowledge. And then they are able to, even though it's in the media too, they're able to learn. They're able to share. And whatever knowledge we have to share because what? That's the only way we can build a society. We can build a society by way of sharing knowledge. Because we must not take it for granted that, okay, that person over there knows that when the pot is cooked, while the pot is boiling up, it may boil over into the stove and cause a fire. They need to pay attention to the dryers, the dryer that dries the clothes, right? And the microwave, they have to know certain security risk that involves when you're using these things. Some people have the gas cylinders in their homes. They should know that it should be in a particular area where children are not readily accessing it, because they like to explore. And there are many things, there are many, many things. The electric iron, we should put them safely away. Even the charger that we use to charge our phones, having toddlers around, we should put them up safe, because they see us plug in the charger to charge a phone. They are going to do the same thing, and they may put their fingers. They can hurt themselves. So I think special attention has to be made with regards to fires happening within the homes. Within, right? And there are times too, in the summertime, persons like to, well, summertime here and there, persons like to burn the dry leaves. Sometimes the breeze blow it elsewhere, cause a fire. So I think going forward, we should try to share knowledge. And some persons doesn't like to take advice, but until something happens, something happens, and then, oh, if I had only listened, if I had only listened. But sometimes the if comes late, and the penalty sometimes is so costly, so dearly, that it breaks the heart. So, lighting the fires, burning trash should be a no-no. Let us use the trash to mulch plants. Mulch plants. Can't be too much. Mulch the plants. Or put them at a place where nobody goes. Right? Within the house, let us try to keep our homes free from any clothes just dropping around the place. Put your clothes together. They are washed clothes. Keep them in a proper container. If they are dirty clothes, keep them in a proper container. Because in the event of a fire, the house is all, or the room is all covered with clothes. That's going to give it more fuel. More fuel. And it's going to become so easily uncontrollable. So you have to keep the clothes in proper areas. Don't have things just throw around in the home. They become fire hazard. Fire hazards. Keep all the necessary things at the appropriate places, so that in the event of any disturbance of a fire, you are able to do something. And if you're going to lock a door, know how quickly that door can be opened if there's a fire. Because the fire goes within seconds. And when that fire comes, the heat is stifling with the smoke. And it's so hard for you to look at a raging fire and to walk right in it. Remember Daniel and the 3 Hebrew boys? While they were in the fire, could they have stood in there alone? No. They couldn't, but they had a certain type of faith. So they put them in the fire. I think it was the 3 Hebrew boys, not Daniel. Daniel was put in the lions then, sorry. So the 3 Hebrew boys, Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And the king thought they would have perished. But what happened? They saw a 4th person in the form of Jesus. So because Jesus was there, he creates like an air condition inside there. That they were not, when they took them out, they're not even hair on their head or their hands or their skin were singed. No, if Jesus had not been there, they would have burnt completely beyond recognition. So what I'm saying is, we have to prepare, have a determination in our homes. Some things that we have around, especially clothes. I'm not going to describe anybody's place, but I've seen videos and things of what can happen when we have poor housekeeping. Things drop here and things there, and plastic bag here and something there, and paper here and paper there. They become fuel if there's a fire. So we have to take special. And I also looked into the Observer and see where this pattern of fire thing has been ongoing. So we can't just condemn persons, right? We have to try and encourage them. We have to encourage them. And the thing is, a person learn by repetition. You don't just teach it today and tell them today, and 10 years again they must remember. They don't remember. Because there are times somebody says something to you, and a few days after they don't remember. So, repetition. Especially you see a home that has children and elderly. Miss Jane, remember? Or you go by Miss Jane to check on her. But Miss Jane, you have too many clothes on the bed here, Miss Jane. You have too many clothes over here. Put them away. Or help Miss Jane to put them away. Miss Jane, in the event of a fire, there's going to be problems. You may not be able to get out. Remember, Miss Jane, you cannot go very fast because you have joint pains. So let us put the things away. Put away. Too many times people have clothes on their beds and things packed up on their bed and all over the place. And it becomes fuel. When those things become fuel and you're trying to get out, or a child trying to get out, throwing water may not even help. You may not even have a fire extinguisher. So I'm just trying to say that each of us have to help. Remember, if your home is grilled and there's no trap door for you to escape, because if there's a trap door, which should be, everybody should know where the trap door is so they can pull it and jump out. Jump for safety. If there are no trap doors built into the grill, which most of the times there are no trap doors, you become a prisoner in the house. What you do, remember, keep a special grill key at a certain location, easily accessible, not hidden, in the event of a fire. In the event of a fire, everybody should know where that key is. So it is that you check on it so that nobody takes it on. That one is a spare one. It should be there at all times, not being used. And the others that are being used, which should be different. So please, guardians, parents, grandparents, friends, subscribers, viewers, encourage your friends and your families to take precaution against fire. Because fire can become overwhelming when it's not contained quickly. And when the fire truck comes, maybe most times, in most cases, it's cooling down operations. Everything is gone, life is gone, and property is gone. So, let me remind you, have this in your brain that fire is serious. Fire is a serious thing. And we have to do it because we have to help each other. So remind each other, Mr. Tom, you are not able to walk very quickly. I'm coming to see how your place is set. I don't want you to have too much clothes, things hanging all over the place, because you must have a free passageway to leave in the event of anything. Right? Or, if it's a child, ensure she packs away her things. Ensure. Teach her, show her, and let you know the risk involved. Because poor housekeeping can lead to us or others become unalived. Have a good day, everybody. See you in my next video. Bye for now. Okay. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Bye-bye.